Hello, I am Apurva Jaiswal with Tanay Chande, and we are here to present our analysis of the 2009 TVS Motor Company Limited versus Bajaj Auto Limited Supreme Court case. The case resulted in a landmark judgment in the area of patent law in India and introduced major changes in the field of intellectual property rights. Before we delve into the case, we must first understand what intellectual property rights are. Intellectual property rights is a term used to describe new informations originating from human minds, and statutory rights, known as intellectual property rights, give creators the exclusive right to use their creations or inventions for a predetermined amount of time. Historically speaking, the first systematic attempt to preserve discoveries through patents was undertaken by the Venetian law of 1474, which gave an individual the first ever exclusive right to a discovery. Regarding India, the first legislation in India relating to patents was the Act 6 of 1856. However, the two most popular laws regarding IPR in India are the Patent Law of 1970 and the country's signing of the Trade Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Rights, aka TRIPS Agreement. The latter is an international legal agreement between WTO countries establishing minimum criteria, processes, and remedies for IPR protection. On to Tanay.
Now that we know IPR, we will look into 2009 case Bajaj Auto Limited versus TVS Motor Company Limited. The dispute centered on Bajaj patent, DTI technology, and TVS introduction of CCTV technology in its flame motorcycle. Bajaj filed a petition in Madras High Court alleging patent infringement and sought a temporary injunction versus TVS. An injunction refers to a legal order issued by a court that prohibits a party from performing certain actions. However, the court later revoked the injunction, allowing TVS to continue using the contested technology. The case escalated to the Supreme Court of India, but eventually both parties opted for an out-of-court settlement, withdrawing their ongoing suit. This resolution ended the prolonged legal dispute between Bajaj Auto and TVS Motor Company. To summarize the case, Bajaj Auto Limited filed a suit seeking a permanent injunction under Section 108 of Patent Act 1970 to prevent TVS Motor Company from using patented technology and marketing certain motorcycles. TVS Motor Company countered with a suit under Section 106, alleging groundless threat of infringement and seeking a permanent injunction. Over to you, Apurva.
Thank you, Tanay. We now assess the judgment made by the Supreme Court. In its judgment, the Supreme Court established that innovation of finding a new way to achieve a task, even if it differs from what's already patented, may not necessarily violate the existing patent. This implies that creativity and originality in approach can sometimes be protected even if the end result appears too similar to what is already patented. Additionally, the court highlighted that patents are subject to legal challenge under specific circumstances, indicating that there are mechanisms in place to address potential disputes or concerns regarding patent rights. When considering whether to grant an injunction or other legal remedies to protect a patent, the court weighs various factors. These include assessing the strength of the patent owner's case, the convenience or practicality of granting an injunction, and the potential harm that the patent owner may suffer if the alleged infringement is allowed to continue unchecked. Furthermore, the court operates on the presumption that a patent is valid unless proven otherwise, emphasizing the importance of proving evidence to challenge the validity of a patent. In determining the novelty or uniqueness of an invention, the court emphasized the need for careful examination to ensure that even small variations or modifications are not inadvertently covered by the existing patent. This underscores the meticulousness required in patent law to safeguard both the rights of patent holders and encourage innovation. Additionally, the court considers whether the patent owner has effectively utilized their patent, suggesting that the impact and commercialization of the patented invention are relevant factors in legal proceeding concerning patents. On to you, Tanay.
Thank you, Apurva. The case also illustrated the complex interplay between intellectual property right, protection, competition, and economic efficiency in the automotive industry and the legal system. This landmark case eliminates the delicate balance between protecting inventors' rights and fostering market competition. While upholding patent rights to encourage innovation and implementation, the court ruling promotes monopolistic competition, leading to a wider range of consumer choices and potential price reduction. However, excessive patent restriction may result in deadweight loss and increased transaction costs, hindering competition and innovation. A balanced approach to patent enforcement is crucial to encourage knowledge sharing and collaboration, facilitating technological diffusion and driving overall industry growth. Now that we have analyzed the case both legally and economically, we both looked at the case from a different perspective and found a pie reflection each regarding the case and change it brought upon. Here are my major takeaways from the judgment. First is the lack of clarity in patent interpretation. The Supreme Court judgment on this case did not provide clear guidelines for interpreting patents, especially in complex cases involving innovative technology. The decision ambiguity could lead to inconsistency in future ruling and create uncertainty for inventors and business. Ultimately, this case, which also focused on dispute involving technology, was able to come to an end, but the judgment did not set a helpful precedent for similar future cases. Second takeaway would be lengthy legal proceedings. The Supreme Court should also be scrutinized for not taking stronger measures to accelerate the case resolution given its significant and potential impact on market competition. Prolonged legal battles can impose significant costs on litigants and delay the introduction of new technology to the market, undermining the innovation and the consumer welfare. The third takeaway is insufficient consideration of consumer welfare. The Supreme Court judgment focused primarily on protecting intellectual property rights without adequately considering the broader implications for the consumer welfare and market competition. A more balanced approach that weighed the interests of inventors, competitors, and consumers could have led to the more equitable outcome that also benefited consumers. Fourth takeaway is lack of clarity on prima facie validity. The Supreme Court reliance on concept of prima facie validity in patent case may be criticized for lacking clarity and specific criteria. Prima facie validity refers to the initial appearance or the impression of the patent being valid. In legal terms, it means that based on the available evidence or argument presented, the patent appears to be valid on its face or at the first glance. In the TVS versus Bajaj case, the court considered the prima facie validity of Bajaj patent for its DTI-HI technology. However, the decision did not clearly outline the factors or evidence required to establish prima facie validity, leaving room for subjective interpretation by court. This ambiguity could result in inconsistent application of the future patent dispute, raising concerns about fairness and predictability in the legal system. Lastly, inadequate protection for small firms. The Supreme Court judgment did not adequately protect the interests of the smaller firms, which may lack the resources to defend against the claims of the patent infringement brought by the larger corporation. The decision's failure to address the unequal playing field in the intellectual property litigation could perpetuate disparities in access to justice and hinder innovation among smaller players in the industry. Over to you, Apurva.
Thank you, Tanay. The original judgment in the TVS Motor Company Limited versus Bajaj Auto Limited case could be deemed economically efficient to some extent, as it upheld patent rights while permitting competition, thereby promoting innovation and consumer welfare. However, there were areas where the judgment could have been more economically efficient. As Tanay said, the prolonged legal proceedings and lack of clarity in patent interpretation may have imposed significant costs on litigants and hindered innovation. Thus, my reflection of the case involves looking into ways to make it more economically efficient. Firstly, economic impact assessment. The judgment could have involved a thorough economic analysis to understand the potential implication of its decisions on various stakeholders and the broader economy. By quantifying the potential effects on market competition, consumer choices, and innovation incentives, the court could have made a more informed decision that maximized overall economic efficiency. This assessment could have involved expert testimony, empirical research, and consultation with relevant stakeholders to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the economic dynamics at play. Secondly, encouraging collaboration and licensing. Instead of solely focusing on incentivizing innovation through patent production, the judgment could have encouraged collaboration and licensing agreements among industry players. By promoting cooperative arrangements for sharing intellectual property rights, such as cross licensing agreements or patent pools, the court could have facilitated the exchange of technologies while mitigating legal disputes and promoting efficiency in innovation. This approach would foster a collaborative ecosystem that benefits from shared knowledge and resources, ultimately driving economic growth and competitiveness within the industry. Promoting technology transfer. The court could have encouraged technology transfer and knowledge sharing among firms to promote technological diffusion and industry wide innovation. By facilitating the exchange of ideas and expertise, the judgment could have accelerated the development and adoption of new technologies, driving economic growth and productivity. Fourth, addressing anti competitive practices. The Supreme Court's judgment could have addressed anti competitive practices such as patent trolling or strategic litigation designed to deter competitors more effectively. By curbing these practices, the court could have fostered a more competitive market environment conducive to innovation and economic efficiency. Lastly, enhancing access to justice. The judgment could have focused on enhancing access to justice for stakeholders, particularly smaller firms and individual inventors. By streamlining legal procedures, reducing litigation costs, and supporting underprivileged litigants, the court could have leveled the playing field and promoted fair competition, ultimately contributing to the economic efficiency and social welfare for all. With this, we conclude our presentation. Thank you.